Bank fees and payday loans explained like you're 5. If you think banks and payday loans exist to help you, you've already lost. The real story is much darker, because some of the most profitable financial products in history make the most money when people are struggling. Imagine borrowing $100 because life went wrong, and somehow paying back $300. Imagine being charged $35 because you were short $5. Sounds ridiculous, but millions of people experience exactly this every year. And here's the uncomfortable truth. The system doesn't make the most money when you're financially healthy. It makes the most money when you're financially stressed, and it gets worse. Imagine you're 5 years old. You have $10 inside your piggy bank. One day, you accidentally spend $11. Now imagine your piggy bank says, "Oops, you're short $1. That'll be a $35 penalty." You'd probably think your piggy bank was broken. Yet that's essentially how many bank fees work. And payday loans? That's like borrowing 1 marble today and being told to return 4 marbles next week. Even adults hear these numbers and ask, "Wait, how is that legal?" Because money isn't disappearing. It's being extracted. The version printed on the brochure. Here's what they tell you. Banks charge fees to cover services and encourage responsible spending. Payday lenders say they're helping hardworking people survive until their next paycheck. And technically, they're not completely wrong. On paper, the story sounds reasonable, maybe even noble. A helping hand during difficult times, a safety net for emergencies. But that's only the version printed on the brochure. Because the real story begins when people run out of options. And that's where things get interesting. Because here's the part they never mention. The game is called Punish the Broke. The business model was never designed around your success. It was designed around your struggle. Think about it. If a bank charges you a $35 overdraft fee because you spent $5 more than you had, the fee is 7 times larger than the mistake. That's a 700% effective penalty. If a payday lender gives you $100 today and wants $115 back in 2 weeks, that doesn't sound terrible until you calculate it over a year. Then you're looking at annualized rates that can exceed 300%. For comparison, many credit cards sit around 20%. But here's the real trap. Most people don't borrow because they're irresponsible. They borrow because life happened. A child got sick. The car broke down. Rent increased. Hours got cut. A paycheck arrived late. And once financial stress enters the picture, people stop making long-term decisions. They start making survival decisions. It's like watching someone fall into a hole, then charging them for the ladder. Or designing a life raft with a slow leak and billing passengers for every bucket of water they remove. But the craziest part isn't the fee. It's what the fee does next. The financial avalanche. Here's how a small problem becomes a financial disaster. Someone needs $300 to cover rent. So they take a payday loan. 2 weeks later, they owe $345, but they don't have $345, so they borrow again. Now it's $390, then $435, then $480. The loan that was supposed to solve the crisis becomes the crisis. The same thing happens with bank fees. One overdraft creates another overdraft. One missed payment creates another penalty. One emergency triggers 5 more. A domino falls. Then another. Then another. Until an entire paycheck disappears before it even arrives. Studies show many payday borrowers end up taking multiple loans from a single original emergency. The debt isn't shrinking. It's multiplying. Some experts call this a financial service. Others call it a tax on poverty wearing a business suit. Either way, the people with the least money often end up paying the most. The moment the trap snaps shut, this is when the trap becomes visible. The borrower realizes the debt isn't disappearing. The fees aren't stopping. The stress isn't leaving. Every paycheck already has a job before it arrives. Every dollar is spoken for. Every emergency creates another emergency. Yesterday's mistake starts consuming tomorrow's opportunities. And if money could scream, this is the moment it would have lost its voice. But here's the detail almost everyone ignores, and it's the reason this still affects you today. The damage nobody sees. Most people think payday loans and bank fees only hurt the people using them. That's not true. When billions of dollars leave struggling communities every year, local businesses suffer. Families save less. Investments never happen. Entrepreneurs never start companies. Children grow up inside households constantly fighting financial stress. And stress changes behavior. It changes decisions. It changes futures. The trap isn't the fee. The trap is keeping people trapped in survival mode. Because people in survival mode don't plan. They react. They don't build wealth. They manage emergencies. This isn't just a financial problem. It's a psychological problem. Because the longer someone stays focused on today's crisis, the harder it becomes to build tomorrow's opportunity. That's why these systems quietly drain entire communities, not through one giant catastrophe, but through thousands of tiny cuts, every single day. Finance isn't about money. So here's the lesson. Simple enough for a 5-year-old, powerful enough to change your life. Whenever someone offers you money fast, easy, and with no questions asked, ask one question. How do they make their money? Because someone always pays, and it's usually the person under pressure. The biggest financial mistake isn't being broke. The biggest financial mistake is not understanding the rules of the game. Bank fees, payday loans, credit card debt. They all teach the same lesson. Financial freedom begins when you stop reacting to money problems and start understanding the systems creating them. Because finance isn't really about numbers. It's about incentives. It's about behavior. It's about psychology. Money is just the scoreboard. The real game is understanding the rules before the rules understand you. And if you think this story is uncomfortable, wait until you discover how a single late credit card payment can generate billions of dollars for financial institutions. That story is next. Drop A if this opened your eyes. Share this with someone who needs to hear it. And subscribe to MindLift Success Academy. Because every week we expose the hidden financial systems, psychological traps, and wealth-building principles that schools never taught you. Not so you can fear the game, but so you can finally learn how to win it.